Florida, an investigation gets underway after a cat call to 911. Check this out.
If you're thinking of taking the family on a trip to Yellowstone National Park this summer, be prepared to pay a little bit more.
And coming up in the next hour of the news at daybreak, one Savannah couple hits the jackpot. We've been tracking this very closely here from our newsroom. There are now reports that pilot may have been locked out of the cockpit during that crash. I'm looking at some details coming in right here. Guys, the major accident investigation team is now here. The area is still taped off. Lining up on the corner of Bay Street and Harrington Street to take part in the festival's annual bed race.
And how would you feel about having your face on the cover of your favorite Lay's potato chip bag? Well, check this out.
It's pretty cool, Whitney. Yeah, very cool. And we just got some exciting new video that just came in. The investigation underway. I have my cell phone right here. I've been tweeting. Welcome back. Still to come on the news at daybreak. The latest on the search for two men after a high-speed chase in Waltowerville. We told you about a tragic fire in Macon-Bibb County injuring 5 firefighters. The group is claiming ties to ISIS. Right now, they've hacked at least 11 channels from this TV network. This might not be the best weekend. I want to show you the trees right here. Pretty breezy out here already right now this morning. Good morning, and thanks for watching the news at daybreak. I'm Whitney Harris. Iria Sandlin has the day off, and we begin this morning with breaking news. Fire crews called out early this morning after a small garage fire on Glen Oaks Drive. It happened around 3 this morning. We're told no one was hurt, but no word yet on what started the blaze. Let's take a live look now from our WTOC Sky Cam. This is the Weston Riverfront Sky Cam. Looking pretty good out there this Friday morning. Let's check in with Dave Turley for our forecast. Morning to you, Dave. All right, Dave, thank you. Well, let's get you caught up on a few of the big headlines making news this morning on the news at daybreak. A Tybee Island man is facing charges after threatening to shoot police officers in the face. Donald Cowart, known as Tybee Dak, is charged with terroristic threats and acts and also possession of marijuana. Tybee police say his record goes back 2 decades. A 17-year-old Savannah teen has been charged with aggravated assault in the July 17th shooting of another youth. Rondé Robert White has been charged with aggravated assault in the shooting of Dion Folston Jr. near 36th and Cedar Streets. Savannah Chatham Metro Police found Folston on 36th Street with gunshot wounds. Across Georgia, 2 women face charges in Moltaire for leaving a child in a hot car. Carmen Pacina and Sheila Clemens are charged with reckless conduct. Police say they left Pacina's 3-year-old granddaughter in a car outside Colquitt Medical Regional Center Tuesday afternoon. A nurse on her lunch break noticed the child and notified the hospital security and police. In financial news this morning, shares of Amazon plunged 10% in extended trading yesterday after the retail giant reported a larger than expected loss. While sales rose 23%, the company recorded a quarterly loss of $126 million. Well, in Florida, an investigation gets underway after a cat call to 911. Check this out.
We just got a call at 911 from this phone. Does someone there have an emergency?
Employees at the Cat Depot say Zeke the cat knocked a phone off the hook and then somehow dialed 911. Zeke's owner says this isn't the first time the curious feline has played with the phone. He's also called other staff members and even hung up on clients. Zeke's owner says she thinks he was just a little bored and the phone is his favorite play toy. I can actually see my cat doing that too. All right, well, coming up, there's new information for pregnant women concerned about blood clots. Also, hear about the latest health risks for people who have unusual work hours. Very serious, Syria. I can tell you a Lifestar helicopter just left. A second Lifestar helicopter that you're looking at right now just landed here on I-16. We're seeing ambulances still arriving, people being carried out on stretchers, several people injured here, many of them very seriously injured. We haven't been able to confirm any fatalities yet. We're not sure whether or not anyone has died, but I can tell you I've seen some very serious injuries, people standing here on the side of the road, bloodied and being taken out by ambulance. This is, again, I-16 eastbound. This is heading towards the exit for 142. We're at about mile marker 143. This is the second accident. Earlier, there was an accident about a half a mile down on I-16 between a semi-truck and a mobile home or a motor home. And then this second accident a few hours later, completely blocking off all of 16. You see that that stretcher right there. If we can kind of pan around to the other side here, I want to show you what I-16 looks like going eastbound. You can see how many police, firefighters, ambulances are here on the scene. I believe I would say at least 10 cars and trucks involved in this accident. One of the trucks on fire. So again, a very active scene right now. If we get anything else this morning, of course, we'll pass it along to you on social media and right here on air on WTOC. Guys, back to you.
Doctors say even though e-cigarettes likely don't have as many cancer-causing chemicals, they still have a whole host of other issues, but that doesn't keep kids from trying to get their hands on them. Here at Smoke City in Savannah, they have a huge selection of e-cigarettes.
They all come in different flavors. We have literally hundreds and hundreds of different flavors, nicotine levels and strengths.
And many people now prefer smoking them.
It's a lot better than cigarettes just because it smells better, tastes better, you don't have any sticky, nasty, smelly residue.
But adults aren't the only ones interested in trying a puff of these flavored vapors.
But that's the only thing I don't like about these. Kids are trending to start smoke these just because they're not cigarettes, and you know it's the new cool thing, so you do see a lot of younger kids trying to have these.
I think it's the cool thing right now, and they think it's safe because, you know, we definitely think it's less likely to cause cancer.
Even though you still have to be 18 to buy e-cigarettes, many studies show younger teens are now getting their hands on them.
But the addictive part of it is what we're really concerned about, that it could change the way kids think and behave on a daily basis. And so we don't want them to start those addictive behaviors at a young age.
Doctors say a normal cigarette only gives the smoker about 1 milligram of nicotine, but an e-cigarette cartridge can have up to 20 milligrams. Even half of that, as little as 10 milligrams, can be lethal for a child.
Children can really get into them. If they drink the liquid, it could kill them.
So parents should keep them away from kids at all cost.
Try to avoid them. If they have to use them, definitely treat them like a poison, put them out of reach.
Doctors recommend patches, gum, or any other remedy over e-cigarettes for anyone who's trying to quit smoking. Whitney Harris, WTOC News. Jay Wheeler was told he didn't have enough physical therapy to qualify for prosthetic legs, so he decided to come here to the local gym and take matters into his own hands. Jay Wheeler goes hard at the gym, and he doesn't let the fact that he's in a wheelchair hold him back.
There you go. If somebody else can do something, I'm going to do something, but I'm going to do it better.
But he's always been tough. More than a decade ago, during a routine jump with his Army Airborne unit, conditions turned bad and his parachute wouldn't open.
It felt like you were just falling that much faster because my parachute was like, you know, it was like right beside me.
That incident caused severe head trauma and put Jay in a wheelchair.
It's been very rough, seeing the pain he's in.
In January, Jay became a double amputee, and then another major hurdle. The Wheelers say they were told by the Tampa VA that he wasn't strong enough for prosthetics yet and that he may never walk again. But Jay's a big guy, an athlete. He wasn't going to take this one sitting down.
Come on, Jay, you got this.
He met other vets at the Savannah Anytime Fitness, and together they formed a workout group and a friendship.
I'm not going to let him be in that chair and let the chair define him.
Jay hopes soon he'll prove he's strong enough for prosthetics.
Not just to walk again, you know, but the most important thing for me was to be able to, you know, like to play with the kids again.
And maybe even to walk down the aisle to marry his fiancée.
He always says, I'm just a guy. I said, you're not. You're an inspiration to so many people.